An accountancy watchdog has set up an investigation into the auditing of the social housing group Connaught. 300 jobs were lost in Norwich when Connaught collapsed in September. The board will look into the work carried out by PricewaterhouseCoopers. In football, the Southend game at Cheltenham tonight has been called off, and the Ipswich town manager Roy Keane has been talking about the 4-1 defeat against Norwich on Sunday. He says he won't walk away from Ipswich and is confident he can turn things around. The game on Sunday made it 4 defeats in a row, but today the Ipswich manager told reporters he thinks he's still the man for the job.
I ask myself every day, do I think I'm capable of turning things around? The answer is yeah, but it might be tomorrow, it might be Thursday. When I think I'm not the one that can turn things around, then I'll sit down with the owner and we can have that conversation. But I've not felt it's got to that stage. And it was the same last year when we didn't win the first 2 or 3 months. That's life. As I said, when I see top managers leaving other clubs, if I lose my job, then I shouldn't be too upset, because it's the nature of the game. There's no getting away from it.
Sir Ian McKellen, Sophie Ellis-Bextor, Rolf Harris and Gary Lineker are all helping the Norwich Puppet Theatre to celebrate its 30th birthday. The celebrities have each designed a glove puppet, which will be auctioned off tonight.
These are some very unique glove puppets. Here's Stephen Fry's and Gok Wan's. Sir Paul Smith has designed one, and also Brian Gunn.
The idea came from a birthday party that I had for my little boy at the Puppet Theatre, and in the party bags I put blank calico puppets, and I was thinking while I was watching the show I could get these signed by celebrities for the Puppet Theatre, and so I asked Peter Blake, who was in Holt with his art bust, to do one, and he did one sitting in front of me, and I thought if I can get Peter Blake to do one, I can get anyone to do one. Tony Robinson has done Baldrick's turnip puppet. My favourite one is Jan Constantine's his little girl with a heart on her chest, and Hugh Bonneville has done a squirrel.
In total, 61 will be auctioned off tonight. The theatre, which opened in December 1980, is one of only 2 in the country. Recently, it diversified, with burlesque nights and album launch events attracting new audiences, but in the past, it has faced closure.
Our biggest challenge was back in 2008, when we lost our Arts Council funding. Again, we had a huge media campaign which raised the profile of the theatre and showed the importance in the community.
This puppet by the 60s pop artist Sir Peter Blake already has a written bid for £200. They hope that many others will go for the same price, if not much more. The theatre celebrates its 30th birthday tomorrow. The ideal present, a successful auction, raising enough money to fund more future projects. Dawn Gerber, BBC Look East, Norwich.
You're watching Look East from the BBC.
Now, for fans of motor racing,
To the untrained eye, it looks just like a mixture of farm and heathland, but part of this region can actually lay claim to nearly 1/3 of the UK's rare species.
you can find them in an area called the Brecks, 400 square miles of land on the border between Norfolk and Suffolk. Scientists now say it's one of the most important places for conservation in the whole country.
The Brecks, a stark landscape shaped by thousands of years of human activity, home to rare species such as the elusive stone curlew and the nightjar. For decades, conservationists have recognised its importance, but now it seems they've underestimated its significance.
On a bitter day like today, it's tempting to think that nothing of importance inhabits this landscape. Nothing could be further from the truth. The reality is that this place is teeming with incredibly rare wildlife.
An unprecedented study has collated 1 million records for everything found living here, from the tiniest gnat to the largest mammal. The conclusion? It's a hotspot for endangered species.
If we take a look down here, if we scrape away this covering of snow, you can find underneath this absolutely gorgeous lichen dune community, which is unique to find this inland in the UK. A lot of the rare species, what they need is the lichen mat, the moss mat, but the bare sand. The bare sand is crucial to a lot of the rarities.
From beetles to the scarce emerald dragonfly, mining bees to a thread-waisted wasp, the study identified over 12,500 Breckland species. More than 2,000 of them are endangered. That's 28% of all rare species found in the UK. Rarities even turn up on the roadside, such as the Spanish catchfly.
It's extremely exciting. I mean, Spanish catchfly is found nowhere else in Britain. It's only in a handful of sites in the Breckland. And, of course, the worry is that it's declined by 48% in the last 30-odd years.
The task now is to devise new conservation techniques to ensure that the unique species found in the Brecks don't die out, but thrive. Richard Daniel, BBC Look East.
Well, we could see plenty of snow there. It's not going away, is it?
It's not quite going away yet. Photographs from snow around the region for the last couple of days. I'm just going to show you a couple of them. This was a snowy scene sent in by John O'Reilly in Dunstable. We have got one or two others as well from Essex, from Sanstead Mount Fitchett for the next couple of those. We've also got Jasmine the Great Dane, who was in Hockley in Essex. And one of my favourites, a grey wagtail seen in a garden in March yesterday. So thank you very much for sending those through. So we have had a bit